Hi friends. Meditation. What kind of visuals come to your mind whenever I say meditation? Are you thinking of the Buddhists, monks, the ascended masters, sitting cross-legged, perhaps outside or in temples? Are you thinking, that's not me, that's not for me? It's for everybody. You may think it's only for the spiritual, but you are spiritual. You already are. That is who you are. You may not label yourself as spiritual, but you are. You have the capability to meditate. I know there's a lot of books and instructions on how to meditate, and I have gone down the path too, where I thought it's hard. I can't do this. I can't quiet my mind. Well, hopefully I'm able to try to convince you that it's not as difficult as you may think it is. You are able to do it. And that takes a reframing of what we automatically think meditation is, based on what we've been told throughout history and what we've seen. Those pictures come to mind. We are in a time where it's going to be easier for you to meditate. The energy that is in our planetary system has been upgraded. We're in the middle of the shift of consciousness. Meditation will be a normal practice for everybody. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it because it'll be easier. And whenever you meditate, you come closer to the aspect of who you truly are at your core, your higher self, your soul. More of that comes through in your personality. So why do we meditate? Well, the noise in your head, the ego constantly trying to think of what is coming next. What's in your future? How can I protect you based on what we've learned in the past to make sure that what you don't prefer doesn't happen? And then your ego will loop something that happened in the past that's traumatic, at whatever degree it was. You're constantly living in the past or in the future. Your ego is trying to keep you safe. That's what it was designed to do. That's what it evolved into. That's where we're at today. And as I said, the energy on the planet is going to pull us back to our center, to our core. So how would that feel if your mind didn't constantly loop past traumas, or you were constantly worried about what's going to happen? Meditation will help clear those thoughts and allow you to exist right now. Right now is the most important moment. I did a video on that whole subject. And it's true. You only exist right now. It does you no good to loop things from the past or think about the future. Meditation will help this. You will become more conscious of those thoughts that are running around in your head. And whenever you become more conscious of those thoughts, you can simply say, that's a story. Now, bad habits may fall away, or habits that you don't think are bad because you're unconsciously doing them, they will just naturally fall away the more you're aligned with your higher self. Now, this is a good thing. Don't think of it as, you're going to stop to like something and you'll feel sad about it. The goal isn't to make you feel sad, it's to keep the stuff that makes you happy and joyful. So the goals you may have had in your life, or even in your workplace, just may fall away. And you'll be okay with it. Trust me. Meditation will help soften your personality. You'll be less triggered over things that bring about anger. Not that anger isn't a legit feeling and it should be felt, but some of those things that really used to trigger you that maybe someone would consistently do to you, you'd be like, oh, that doesn't really bother me anymore. I'm not sure why. It's the meditation practice, your higher self coming forward. You'll become quieter in your thoughts and in your actions. You'll become more of the observer of life. You'll become more thoughtful, accepting of others. And you start to leave room in your mind for those higher thoughts to drop in from your higher self in your soul to start living the life you were meant to live. Doesn't this sound wonderful? And again, you think about meditation. Oh, it's hard. If you say something's hard, it's going to be hard. If you're excited about everything that I had just said, then let's give it a try. So first you want to set expectations for your ego. Setting expectations of, let's keep it at 5 minutes. Tell yourself, I'm going to try this meditation thing out for 5 minutes. This gives your ego an expected time frame. It knows it will end in 5 minutes. And we'll just see what happens. So where do you want to do this? I prefer the quietest and darkest place in my house to eliminate any auditory or visual stimulation. Again, there's no rules here. There are no rules. There are no expectations. If you go into it with that attitude, you're going to be more successful at sitting for that time frame. So you're in your space. The guided meditations, and I offer some of those, instrumental music, that's all extremely healing and relaxing. That's not what we're doing here. We're here to only observe our thoughts. So the mood we want is as less distractions from observing those thoughts as we can. So you're in your spot. Look at your posture. Adjust your feet, your hands, your arms to the place where you feel that you can sit like this in stillness for 5 minutes. If you need to move, go ahead and move. If you have an itch, go ahead and scratch it. So your posture, we like to keep your spine straight, but if you want to lay down, go ahead. Your eyes, close them. Again, to eliminate any visual stimulation. And when you close them, you can roll them back, look straight forward, or look slightly down, whatever's comfortable there. You want to be comfortable. That is the most important part here. Be comfortable, something you can sustain for 5 minutes. Then make that last intention to your ego. Work with me. Let us just sit here and try this meditation thing for 5 minutes. Let's be quiet. Now you're going to realize within seconds your mind will bring something to you. And again, this is the design. It will calm after a period of time. I've been doing this practice for 2 years, and it's still a bit chattery, but it is less, I can tell you that. It takes time. Again, the energy that we're in, this is only going to get easier. So as your thoughts come to you, if you can stay conscious that you're observing that thought, you're not engaged in it because your ego wants you to talk to it, work something out. How can we prevent this from happening again? Or how can we construct something that is going to give us something positive we want in the future? Just observe it. As it comes through, the past analogy of watching that thought as a cloud in the sky, the clouds always are moving. Your thoughts will keep moving as long as you don't engage with it. So let it run its course. Let it chatter about. And if you can, just state, that's a story. Because your mind is telling a past story or a future possible event. Only stories. The only thing that's happening right now is you are sitting quietly. So you can visualize yourself just swiping these thoughts away, as we do with our devices nowadays. Take a big hand. When that thought comes up, swipe it away. This is a story. So you'll find your thoughts will probably keep going for those 5 minutes. Keep swiping them away, observing what's coming up. And as you get deeper into the process, you'll start to notice things that are coming up. And then you may think, why do I think that? What's making me think that? And then you start digging into some more healing that is also beneficial. But right now, we're just watching our thoughts. So at the end of 5 minutes, if you set your timer and your timer goes off, congratulations, you did it. You just meditated. That's it. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. It doesn't have to have high expectations of complete stillness, quietness. You won't have that. If you expect not to have a completely clear brain, it makes it easy. It takes the pressure off. Now, it's important not to have judgments of yourself. I've just told you what to expect, what not to expect. And if you still come down on yourself that, I don't think I did it right, there is no right, wrong way to do it. I'm only presenting something I feel that is so simple, and it takes the high expectations away from this practice. So, no judgments on yourself. No expectations other than your brain won't quiet. And that's okay. That is meditation. You are doing it. Stay with it, and you will begin to look forward to those 5 minutes. You'll start to feel differently as you walk amongst your life and people and interact with others. You'll start finding nature just breathtaking, animals. It's quite the journey. Meditation only enhances it. So I hope that helps, and then I'll see you in the next one.